Hey, shalom, shalom. First things first, I want to give honor and praise unto Yahweh, Bashim Yahshai, Bashim Makakadash, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahshai, Bashim Makakadash for this truth, knowledge, and wisdom. We give double honors to the apostle elders, which are the apostle elders at Great Millstone, which have been diligently doing this work for many years, and to you hopeful elect that's coming in. Beautiful times. 2020 is becoming a hell of a year. The year prophecy is showing itself to be exactly that. Excuse me. So let's jump right into it. This is right here. This is a GMS news update. Just wanted to go into a couple different things because there's so much things going on. So I just want to give you brothers a couple updates and things that's been happening throughout the day. But things are coming around the pipe, man. It's not looking too good. Things aren't gonna go the same or go back to the same. Hey, shalom, Mak, shalom, Yabashim Yashabakatah. Things aren't gonna go back to the same because Esau, this is a perfect opportunity, man. Esau has the earth in his clutches, but it's also a trap because the Lord said he's gonna take him in a trap which he made, man. All right, the Lord is trapping this man because everything looks good. Why a bird comes in a trap because he sees something that he can take, or he sees something that he wants. Okay, what does Esau want? Control over the planet Earth, control over the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which he's been had control, but we're being taken from his hands, and he doesn't know how to deal with it, man. Just like we have Stockholm syndrome for Esau and his society and everything that he's done, Esau has Stockholm syndrome for us, man. He doesn't know how to handle us not being in his control, man. You know, he's come to everything in his society has to do with Jake, man. Esau watches Jake. You know, he goes from recruiters. He studies Jake to see what Jake's the best, and he watches football. He has a fucking fantasy leagues geared around what Jake's are gonna do. What he we're a part of his life as much as we his wicked society is a part of ours, man. So Esau does not know how to fathom us not being in his clutches, man. Okay, that's just a segue point, but let's jump into this, man. Okay, so this news article it came out today actually. It says why, and this is CNBC. All right, CNBC is saying, look at the title. The title is what caught me. Why coronavirus is unlikely to lead to martial law in the U.S. The title says it all. They're telling you in it. They're telling you what's gonna happen in it. You don't see NBC talking about no martial law, man. Hold on, let's look into their site, because now we getting now to letting you know what they have in the books, man. Look, look. All I'm doing is typing in martial law, right, on their site. Let's look up here, Salakia. Let's go to their videos. Hopefully it'll let me search. I'm just gonna type in Marshall. Looks like more stuff came up. Let's just put in martial law. Look at that. In this channel, I just typed in martial law, right? This channel, this is the things that come up. This channel does not deal with videos on that type of level, okay? Dealing with, let me just type in law. See if that other video come up. Okay, look, right there, bang. 9 hours ago. It says, that's the video we have on the other tab. It says why coronavirus is unlikely to lead to martial law, right? Look at the next things that have to deal with law. Yale law professor, nothing having to do on this type of level. So why is it out of nowhere they want to have this type of title, man? Because they're telling you that they're gonna lead in the martial law. So I'm gonna play a little bit of this clip, and then we'll jump into some more videos. Hold on one second. Let me go to the beginning. All right.
Threats to U.S. national security.
Let me go to the beginning.
The coronavirus is one of the biggest threats to U.S. national security. With the number of cases in the U.S. growing larger than China or Italy, the government is taking drastic measures to fight the disease.
I want to assure the American people that we're doing everything we can each day to confront and ultimately defeat this horrible, invisible enemy. We're at war. In a true sense, we're at war.
President Trump activated the National Guard in California, New York, and Washington to help combat.
So now let's listen to this. Let's point something out. He said we're at war. He keeps saying this: invisible enemy, we're at war, we're at war. Martial law is wartime rulership. Okay? Martial law is going into the army having rulership over the so-called society as a whole. The army runs it. Okay? So now they're telling you that there's this invisible enemy. We're at war. We're at war. They got the National Guard in there right now. That's like the first wave of troops. Then they're gonna, if they start calling in the Army and Navy and different things like that, then you're gonna have that martial law. It's leading up to it. That's why the wording is there. This is an invisible enemy. We are at war. We are at war. Okay, so they're gearing the people up to say we're at war. So when this martial law happens, they're saying, who are we fighting? We're fighting this coronavirus. So now you can be a combatant because we'll be in wartime. So that's will justify if you don't want to do something, it's in the time of war, man. Okay, it's in the time of war. So certain rights and certain things that you're accustomed to, you don't have anymore. All right, because they're in the time of war. That's why martial law rules. It's a law. The martial law trumps the law that's already in place. The new law is in place, man. This is the book of Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell there in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and to the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time, man. All right. This man has a short period of time to do what he's doing. All right. He does not have. Let me pull that up. Let me make sure I got, because I couldn't see the rest of it when you posted it. And that's right on time, man. This man knows he has a short time. What is Yep, he knows that he has but a short time. We are the clock, man. We are the sands in the time clock. Once Jake started waking up, Esau knew his time clock. He set it at 144,000 and 1/3. He doesn't know how many 1/3 there are, but he says 144,000 men that are gonna wake up to this truth. That's his time clock in the 1/3. Once those numbers are sealed, that's it. Then the end will come, man. It may not come the second that the man is sealed, but like it says, once that number is achieved, then the Lord is going to bring destruction, which he's bringing a lot of judgment, man. A lot of prophecies are taking place. A lot of things are coming out the woodwork, man. All right. And his device is going to be that chip. They're going to allow people to get comfortable. That's why they sent these checks. I call these checks the buffer. Okay, they got to ease the people into it. They don't want to lose total control because there's more people than them. They can kill the masses, but they need the masses to work. That's why the elites say keep it under 500 million. They still need massive amounts of people to maintain. They don't want to cut grass. They don't want to be garbage men. Robots can only do so much. The elites don't want to do much, man. That's their heaven. They're living a part of their heaven now, but their full heaven is to have the world in slavery, and they don't do anything. They just pretty much live off of they live off of the spoil, man. Which we're gonna do, but we're gonna treat the earth right, man. We're gonna make the earth flourish again, just like a garden, man. A garden. That's why it says, "Muzzle not the ox that treadeth the corn." We're not gonna have to worry because we're getting the fruits off of planet Earth, because we're the gardeners, man. The Lord is going to turn us into the righteous gardeners of the earth. We're going to till the earth. We're going to work the earth. We're going to put the earth back in order. And these nations are going to be under that, man. They're going to be our tools to help us work the land, man. Just like you have a axe or a hoe or a back toe or a bobcat. A bobcat just makes your job that much easier. It just makes it more efficient. Okay, we're gonna turn these nations into tools that are efficient for our duties, man, to fix the planet Earth so they can live, man. Because Esau's not fixing the Earth; he's depleting the Earth so he can make money, man. That's what it's all about, is making money and rulership in a demonic way. That's it. That's why it says when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. That's why they're gonna rejoice, because they're gonna be tools, but they want to work anyway. Moab want to work, man. Moab he ain't gonna transition too hard, man. It might take a couple punches, slaps, and whips, but hey, after a couple of them, he gonna come right in tow, man. He gonna put his chemical stuff to the side, and they're gonna use natural products. And hey, man, it's beautiful. I can only prophesy in part, man. But these are the times we're getting close to. You know, these are the times that we're almost at, man. All right, let me finish this real quick. I'll play a little bit more of this.
And I want to thank our National Guard. Now, you did such a good job that I'm asking for 4 more from the president.
The administration emphasized that activating the National Guard is not an indication of a plan to move toward martial law.
Martial law is a very specific state of affairs and a very dire state of affairs. The military has taken over all the functions of civil government.
We thought we were in an accident, and we were at war in our form. People's rights should be protected alongside their health and safety.
Some fear coronavirus may be used as an excuse to limit civil liberties in America. Others say the declaration of martial law would be ineffective in combating the disease and an abuse of power. So, how likely is it that martial law will be declared in the U.S. in response to the coronavirus outbreak? Martial law is commonly understood as when the military, and not the judicial system, acts as the supreme power, and armed forces control all aspects of government.
Martial law is a very extreme measure, very unusual measure, which is essentially the replacement of civilian government by military.
Why? Think about this, man. From a channel that's never, what is the media for? The media is Esau's spokes thing. He wants to coax because your moms, your grandma, your aunties, your uncles, they sit at home and watch news. They watch these cookie cut news channels. They don't go into alternative media. They get what the media feeds them. So now all of a sudden, grandma talking about martial law. Now grandma knows a little bit more about martial law, you know? Now you see people that never dealt with these type of topics. Now it's all of a sudden in their face. Now they're being eased into it. So when it happens, they don't just know. They just be like, what is this? Well, I've never heard the word martial law. No, they're gearing. It's called grooming, man. Okay, it's a grooming. This is a predatorial act. Okay, Esau is literally doing a predatorial act. If you go into psychology, when you look at especially sex offenders, okay, sex offenders that deal with that type of wickedness, they groom their subjects, man. Esau is grooming the people. You know, he's rubbing it literally is just, you're easing them into the actual act, what you want to do to them, which is take over this whole place, man. Take rights away and chip people. They have to groom them to it. They can't just throw it on them because the people will rebel. It'll be too many fight. Esau can't gauge fight or fright. He can't gauge that fight or flight. He can't gauge it. You don't know what the people will do. You know, you got enough people that'll say, you know what, forget it. I'll take death, and I ain't gonna work for your society. But if you groom them into it, and you work on a psychological, then they're willing to take it. That's what happens when they groom a pedophile grooms a child. They do that, man. It's in psychology. Esau is he's a pervert. He's a pervert, man. On every aspect, he's a wicked pervert. That's what he's doing. He's grooming the world by telling them martial law, because this channel never dealt with martial law till this time to the day. So why is it now they're trying to ease the people? Oh, martial law is not that bad. It's okay. It's just, you know, your liberties are just impeded, man.
Law. What you're ultimately saying is we're no longer going to be patient with people's civil rights. We're no longer going to be patient with people's needs and excuses for why they may have to do something that the military doesn't want them to do. The military is ultimately designed to impose will by force. That's what the military is there for.
Martial law occurs only in dire circumstances, where either the local government is no longer able to control a situation or in instances of attacks.
Okay, let me tell you something. So what happens when your judges start getting sick? What happens when your bailiffs start getting sick? What happens when your lawyers start getting sick? That's exactly right. He needs to be taken out of rulership, man. But what happens when these administrative people start getting sick? A lot of these judges, they're old, man. A lot of these lawyers and different judicial offices, they're old people, man. You don't see a person in their 20s and in that era really in that higher up. They might be coming in that trade, but they're not high up, man. So what happens when people start getting sick? They start dropping out like flies, man. You have no choice. The people's like, we have no choice but to do martial law. The judges are sick. The lawyers are sick. Come on, man. This is a genius, wicked plan, man. They're telling you that martial law is inevitable. One way or another, it's inevitable, man. If it keeps going like this, and people start getting sick on the level that they're getting at, and it does not plateau, it's gonna have to happen, man. And then rights and different things, and just like we've been telling people, is gonna be 2nd Ezra 15, the 15th chapter, man. That's gonna explain what's gonna happen. But now let's jump into a couple more things. Like it says, I'll post a link here. Here it is one more time. If you want to finish it off. And there's the channel too. But we also we got food crises, man.
Right now, dire warnings.
We got food crises, man. Let's go. Hold on. Let me go right here. Yep.
News outlets no longer provide the truth. I'm Joshua.
Let's replay this, because now you got the famine that's happening. It's coming to the pipe, man. Because Esau thinks that nothing can move without him, man. He has Stockholm syndrome of power. He thinks that none can't move without him, man. And Jake thinks the same way. Jake thinks that the world can't go on if Esau's not in power. They think that none can move if there's not a wicked rulership and there's not the dollar and gasoline. Come on, man. The world's showing you that it can go on well beyond Esau's rulership, because you have dolphins coming back in Italy. You have the waters clearing up. Earth ready to go past this man. You know, the earth was given into Esau's hand. The earth can do it as is, but it's given, man. But this earth can do what it will, man. The earth can outgrow the people, man. But Esau thinks that he can literally just last forever, man. So let me play this quick video about the coming famine, because these food pantries and different things that provide this help to people, because the need is outgrowing the supply.
100 cars move through a free drive-through food pantry in Anaheim.
Check this out.
6,100 cars moved through a free drive-through food pantry in Anaheim over the weekend. That's about 2,000 more than a week earlier.
Our Honda Center food distribution, our drive-through, is to serve as a safety net for the food pantries that have closed, but also to provide additional food for recently unemployed, or what we're calling the newly vulnerable population in Orange County.
So normally our freezers are full of options of beef or chicken for families, and as you can see, we're very limited on this as well.
The COVID pandemic has resulted in the closure of 121 food distribution sites in Orange County.
We put them in individual bags so you can't. They're more sanitary.
Officials say this is putting pressure on the pantries that are still open. like South County Outreach.
Yes, I do really rely on this. I'm on Social Security disability. My husband lost a few houses. He does garden work, but then I'm not working. I'm staying home with the kids.
This Irvine Food Bank has seen a 700% increase in demand at a time when donations are low.
For us, we work with normally around 300 corporate.
Man, it's coming, man. Oh, it ain't done. It ain't done. Yeah, you got Alex Jones over there, man. I just seen this video today. I'm like, man, this dude been out, man.
As the economy has put at least temporarily a significant number of workers on the sidelines as the coronavirus outbreak continues, there is concern in New York City about running out of food for those who have lost their jobs.
Famine, man.
$25 million.
You can't tell me these scriptures are popping off the page. Famine.
Was approved for food, emergency food citywide, with federal funds expected as well for the several 100,000 out-of-work New Yorkers that the new center of the pandemic in the United States has been located. Mayor Bill de Blasio says he's concerned for the coming weeks.
I think we're only beginning to see the impact of this piece of the coronavirus crisis is going to have on people. It's, remember, it kind of will get worse with each week because folks have lost their income, and people have lost jobs, will continue to lose jobs, and then whatever they had.
It's coming, man. It's coming. April 13, another food crisis. So it's coming. So let me get these precepts real quick. This is Amos 3 and 6. This is a well-known precept, which it comes now. This should be one you should read to people that ask you what's going on. The people to be like, oh man, what's happening out here? I mean, the Lord is judging. And they say, how can you prove that? This is what you give it to him. This is Amos 3 and 6. And it says, shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid? And what's the trumpet? It's his truth. We are the trumpet. That's why it says, lift thy voice as a trumpet and show my people their transgressions. We are the trumpet. The apostles and elders have been trumpeting for 30 years. And then their elders before them. So this truth has been blowing out here in the trumpet. Or in the streets. It's been blowing. This music has been playing. The Lord is taking the song off, man. Just like when you take the pen off the record player, that's what's getting ready to happen. The Lord is taking the pen off the record, man. The song is getting ready to stop being played, and the judgment is coming. The warning is out, man. And it says, shall a trumpet be blown in the city? That's why it says you cannot give that uncertain sound. These other men that didn't take heed and tell their congregation at the mark of the beast, and that was an uncertain sound. They didn't prepare the people for the battle. They didn't make up the hedges for Israel, man. They gotta come to grips with that. First it was games. Oh, you guys are you GMS guys are bugged out, and we this, we that. Now you gotta answer to your people, man. Why didn't you prepare them, man? Why didn't these other camps prepare their flock? You can't. Oh yeah, GMS was right. The apostles was right. Why didn't you prepare your flock, man? Why is it now when it's on the horizon? But hey, better late than never, because we care, man. We want Jake to listen so we believe and know it's dangerous. If I tell you, man, hey, that's a live wire, man. That's a live hot wire. Don't touch it. If I'm an electrician and I tell a steward or a person that coming under me, I'm like, hey, man, don't touch this wire. It's live. I may not like you. You might not be my, a best friend or someone I'm gonna want to kick it with or do, but I'm gonna tell you, man, because I'm working with you. Hey, that's a live wire, man. It's not shut off. If you touch it, it's gonna hurt you. That's what we're doing, man. It's business. This thing ain't about everybody being huggy, lovey. We gonna love each other in the kingdom, but we're telling you that it's live wire, man. Things are getting ready. Esau's coming down the pipe. The mark of the beast is something that needed to be pushed because they're going to implement it with these things. When you tell that prosperity doctrine, oh, everything gonna be okay. What are you telling your congregation now, man? You did not make up the hedge for Israel. This is what you should tell your congregation and people that ask you questions. What's going on in the world? Amos 3 and 6, shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city and the Lord has not done it? So what's happening right now? The Lord is working, man. All these famines and people, man, people are jumping off buildings, people robbing people, man. It's just and there's it's not even bad yet, man. You can still go to the store and get food, and it's just you got to stay in the house. So what's gonna happen when you can't move, man? You can't move. You got to stay in the house, man. It says surely the Lord power. It says surely the Lord will do nothing, but He revealeth His secrets unto His servants, the prophets. That's how you know a prophet have been among the internet. Prophets of somewhere that somebody said this was coming. It's not tooting, not, oh yeah, we got 100% truth. No, this was told before it happened. Now who said it? Who told you these? That's how you got to do it, man. It's not no pride, man. Pride is not in this. This is a part of our nation. They're trying to say that we Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the problem, man. They're gonna spin this and gear it towards us, man. Because we were the people right before all this was taking place. We were in the news a lot with the shootings, but then all of a sudden that just died out with this thing coming up now. Blacks, Latinos, Asians are turning away, Negroes in China, and what's happening, man? But the Lord is doing this for to get us home, man. It says the lion has roared, and who will not fear? And what's that? The Lion of the tribe of Judah, man. Because it says, "Whoa, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me." So these prophecies, it says, He's in here. The Lord is giving us this truth, man, and these secrets. The lion, it says, the lion has roared, who will not fear? The Lord power has spoken, and who can but prophesy? So you got to prophesy, man. That's why people gonna dream dreams, even if you don't want to prophesy. You better look at Jonah. There's gonna be people out here that receive visions and things that they have to tell. They have to say something. All right, let's go into some of these famine scriptures, man. This is Psalms 107, and it feels good to know you believe before all this took place. Now, this is like a victory lap for the truth, man. The truth is shining right now. It's not us. The truth is on the forefront. Psalms 107 and 34, it says, a fruitful land is barrenness. Let me go up. Check this out. This is Psalms 104 and verse 32. It says, let them exalt him also in the congregation of the people, and praise him in the assembly of the elders. All right. He turneth rivers into a wilderness, and water springs into dry ground. And it says a fruitful land into barrenness. That's what you see. This famine is coming because America is a fruitful place. You heard the people in the pantry talking about, man, we had chicken, beef. Now we don't have that much choices. So it was at one time, they had more than they needed. They probably had waste. They probably threw a lot of that food away because nobody came and got it, man. Now they're shorter. It's becoming shorter and shorter. He turneth the wilderness into a Salakia. It says a fruitful land into a barrenness for the wickedness of them that dwell therein. So why is famine coming? Because America is wicked. Homosexuality, transgender, drag queen story time. The Lord ain't forgot about them things, man. What else? Gay clubs and all types of gay adoptions, and man, the list goes on and on. Fluoride, chemtrails, bestiality, man. You can't name it. Babylon got it. I could be here all day naming the sins of Babylon, man. The cup runneth over. Verse 36, it says, and there he maketh the hungry to dwell. Hey, let me read it one more time, man. Hey, this is Psalms 107 and 36. It says, and there he maketh the hungry to dwell, that they may prepare a city for a habitation. It says that they may prepare a city for habitation. So you see, because we are the hungry, man. That's why it says the plowman shall overtake the reaper. All right. He blesseth them also, so that they that's it on that. But man, the city is being inhabited by these desolate people, man. And as soon as this truth is taken out, they're gonna wander. They're gonna wonder what's going on. What's the new understanding? And we're not gonna be here, man. This is Amos 4 and verse 6. It says, and also I have given you cleanness of teeth in all your cities. And read one more time. It says, and also Amos 4 and 6. And also it says, and I also have given you cleanness of teeth in your cities. You know your teeth is clean because ain't nothing in it. You know when you ain't got to floss your teeth because you ain't ate nothing. It says, and I will also get, it says, and I also have given you cleanness of teeth in all your cities, and want of bread in all your places. Yet have ye not returned unto me, saith the Lord. So these people aren't going to return unto Yahweh Shem Yahshai in that time, especially Jake. That's why Jake is the one dying out here, man. Because the Lord's trying to talk to Jake. He's trying to wake Jake up. The Lord already going to, he can destroy Esau tomorrow and it mean nothing. But it says for the elect's sake. That's it. Esau's, man, his timeline is the elect. We are his measuring stick, man. When the Lord has sealed his elect, he's done. That's why Esau fights against the truth. That the truth wakes up the elect. If the truth is hindered, then the elect can't wake up. That means in Esau's mind, this is Esau's mind, not how it's going to work. But Esau thinks if he can prolong the elect waking up, he can prolong his time in rulership, man. Esau knows this. We ain't dealing with dumb. He's spiritually low, but carnally, he's the most. It says that he's a serpent, man. In the garden, he's the serpent, man. He's got the spirit of that serpent-like nation. So he's not silly, man. He's not silly. He knows he got to have a baseline and a guideline of how he can rule this thing, man. Esau's trying to fight the Most High. You don't think he did his research, man? This man has a delusion of grandeur. So he's doing everything on a grand scale to try to fight the grand of all grands, man. That's how the Lord has got this man. He gave him a delusion, just like an oasis. If you're in the desert and you see heat coming up and it looks like water and you walk to it, it's a mirage, man. Esau is seeing a spiritual mirage, a spiritual and carnal mirage that he's gonna win, man. That's scary, man. He thinks he's gonna take the world and the universe, man, bro. That's man. Let me get one more precept. I'm going to close out. Lord willing, this was edifying. This is just touching a couple points. Oh, I got one more video after this one. This is Ezekiel 14 and verse 13. It says, Son of man, when the land sinneth against me by trespassing grievously, then will I stretch out mine hand upon it, and will break the staff of bread thereof, and will send famine upon it, and will cut off man and beast from it. So when you sin against Yahweh Shem Yahshai's laws, man, he says he's going to break that. Famine is a part of judgment, man. Famine is prophecy also. And you seeing it, their lack of bread in a land that is so rich, spending trillions and trillions of dollars on military, man. But then you can't feed your people. All right, this is the last story that I'm gonna go into that I seen earlier, man. I was gonna try to post it, but hold on. Let me see. Not meteor, but hold on. Maybe this is it. Asteroid. Okay, here we go. A meteor just hit in Africa, man, and left this crater. So these are signs also, man. These are things that, you know, because the world's worrying about corona and this and that, but they missing stuff like this. A big meteor just smacked Africa, man. Look.
March 28th, where a nearby resident cited a huge flying object traveling at tremendous speed above them. Within a few seconds, an explosion was heard in the distance as buildings began shaking. The expert
Boom.
examiners further elaborated on the investigation of the blast site in a manner that was contradictory to the explanation of explosive detonation given by the governing authorities. According to the experts, there was no evidence of a buried vehicle or buried explosives from the site.
Nigeria
On further
too.
examination, a number of foreign rocks and strange metallic objects were discovered within the crater, which begs the question of whether there was the presence of asteroid or meteor fragments. A research group carried out a detailed analysis of the impact site. They established that the impact crater was circular, with a diameter of nearly 69 feet and with a depth of more than 25 feet.
Dang.
This would suggest a natural phenomenon. The group also discovered that there was water oozing from the edges of the impact site, but there was no evidence of a fire or any burning or radioactive material. The impact of the blast covered a 1 kilometer, 3,280 foot radius of the crater surroundings. Therefore, their conclusion is that a large meteor from the asteroid belt, traveling at a great speed, impacted the location at an angle of 43 degrees, which created an ejecta blast zone that caused roofs to collapse and walls to give way to numerous structures.
Wow.
The
Look.
meteor impacted.
Look at the damage it did to houses, man.
Event in Okur is reminiscent of the Chelyabinsk mid-air explosion that took place in February of 2013, an extraordinary event that released 30 times more energy than the Hiroshima bomb, while damaging more than 7,000 buildings. The visualization in the aftermath of what is being labeled as a natural phenomenon in Nigeria reminds us of.
This is just something I just wanted to share, man. Hey, I thought it was something that needed to be pointed out, man. So you got meteors that are smacking the earth, and they're not really pushing it out there to news and different things like that. But man, we living in beautiful times. So with that, I want to give all praise and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahshai, Ba'ashem Kadash, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahushai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kadash for this truth, knowledge, and wisdom. Lord willing, this was edifying. The water for the brothers that posted the scriptures, man. The water for listening. Like it says, man, we in the greatest times you could be in, man. You gotta be feeling the spirit right about now, man. So shalom and keep faith. We almost there.